In June 1816, at the Villa Diodati, Mary Shelley began writing Frankenstein. Curator of the exhibition at the Martin Bodmer Foundation, David Spur, explains the idea behind his display.
The idea of the exhibition is to bring back to Coligny, to the Fondation Bodmer, all of the manuscript of the novel, the first edition of the novel, other materials produced during that summer of intense literary activity, to bring them back to their place of origin, along with the images of the other persons involved in that period of literary activity, Lord Byron, Percy Shelley, and John Polidori, who is the author of Vampire.
Mary Shelley's novel was an immediate bestseller and it still commands attention. The story of a scientist who creates life with an electric spark is a mythic expression of modern anxiety over the increasing power of science and technology. David Spur again.
We have pictures of the Villa Diodati, as it was in 1816 when Byron rented it for the summer, and that's where these literary young people, all of them from England, gathered on many evenings during cold and rainy weather to read ghost stories and finally to write their own stories of the fantastic.
So was Lake Geneva inspiration for that kind of Gothic atmosphere, or the Gothic theme was around at the time and they picked to come here? Which way round was it, do you know? Was it a bit of both?
Well, Lake Geneva was not especially known for its Gothic surroundings, but while they were at the Villa Diodati, since the weather was inclement, they stayed inside, they stayed by the fire, and they amused themselves by reading this book called Phantasmagoriana, which was a book of ghost stories, and that's what gave them the idea of writing their own ghost stories.
In conjunction with the exhibition on the time the writers spent there, the Foundation is holding a debate in English under the patronage of the United Kingdom Mission to the United Nations. It's on the perspectives that the novel opens up today. David Spur explains more about the relevance of Frankenstein.
Mary Shelley's novel is the first expression of anxiety. It's no longer God who creates human beings, but it's human beings who create other human beings without any providence, any assistance, any blessing from a divine source. And this seems to be a scientific movement that is progressing more and more towards what you might call the industrial production of human life.
Frankenstein's bioethical issues is on at the Martin Bodmer Foundation tomorrow night, and the exhibition Frankenstein, Creation of Darkness runs until October the 9th.